guys and gals, welcome back to another Gear and Guitars with Mel. As usual, I am Mel, and today, super excited on this one. So what we're checking out today, oh, look at that. So what we got here is the Lee Malia Les Paul Custom. And as you can see, it does not look like every other custom that you've ever seen. We've got hearts and flowers. Hearts and flowers. And some Grover Imperials. But yeah, killer guitar. And the color's just something else. So let's get into it. This is 2016 because I don't believe that this is produced anymore. I'm fairly sure about that. They produced them from 2014 to 2019, I believe. You got, your normal Les Paul appointments. Mahogany body, maple top, mahogany neck, okay, rosewood fretboard. Really nice piece of rosewood too. Brown, but fairly streaky in different darknesses and stuff like that. Big fan of it. And basically what you're looking at is a Epiphone reissue of a Norlin era Les Paul Artisan. Very cool guitars from Gibson that are worth all kinds of different money. Apparently, according to Trogley, they are worth less than they should, because most of them end up being players, and people just play the heck out of them, and they don't stay in the greatest condition. But so yeah, it's got a 59C profile neck carve, which I actually didn't know existed back in 2014, and it's right. This actually reminds me of my my Tommy Thayer neck. It's very similar, and this has been out before that, but it doesn't have the hard shoulders, and it's nice and slim. It's really nice. I dig it. What you got here is a Gibson P94, which is a humbucker sized P90, and you have here the 84T LM Gibson pickup. What the 84T was, as far as I know, it was the pickup that Gibson made to put in the Kramers for EVH, for Eddie Van Halen. I've also heard and read that it's comparable to a JB. I don't think it sounds anything like a JB. I've got a couple guitars with them. I don't think that falls in there, but I will say that it's hella powerful, really powerful guitar, really powerful pickup. But it's also been, Lee Malia was able to get with Gibson and have them do of this version, which is his. That's what the LM stands for. So don't think you can get this pickup anywhere except in this guitar. I have seen them online, people selling the pickup set, which I can understand if it's not your thing. For me, this kind of pickup configuration, I mean, you're essentially talking about an extremely hot bridge pickup with hex bolts and a double row of adjustables, and then a P90, humbucker size P90 in the bridge. And I don't know if you guys recall, but I built an Explorer, this one here. And I don't know if you noticed, but that was my configuration that I went to. But then, I sold it, and as soon as I did, I was like, oh man, I wish I hadn't sold that. You know what I mean? As soon as I had the chance. But this is a killer guitar. I am a big fan of this guitar. I'm getting into it. I'm getting to know her. She's pretty. I do this top. Look at this top. Okay. If you check that top out, I don't find a seam in it. So I'm pretty sure that's a veneer, even though it is a maple cap, because I'm sure that they didn't find one solid piece of nicely grained maple for the Epiphones. I wouldn't think so. But then again, I didn't even know this existed until just recently. So it came with the lock tone hardware like all Epiphones do. I am a sucker for, well, specific things. And on this guitar, I felt like it needed to have a TP6 because that was an option. It did happen. When I got it, it had witch hat knobs that looked pretty good, but I went back to the original reflectors that would have come on it. But yeah, I did change the bridge out. And I did change the stop tail, and I did change the bridge to a Goto, just to have a little wider room for intonation that is still not exactly rocked in and set. But yeah, this is a killer guitar. And oh yeah, and when I got it, it came with that brass truss rod cover, and I believe, looking at it, that these tuners are actually original. I think somebody just put imperial tips on it, which, you know, it's still era correct. I mean, originally the Gibson would have had the flip out ones, but I mean, it still rocks. So let's get into some tunes. So yeah, I love this guitar. This is, I've been hunting for one of these for a long, long time, and they don't show up very often. And when they do, they've had different mods to the electronics or pickups changed out or anything like that. And this, the electronics are exactly the same. The pickups are exactly the same, which is what I wanted. You know what I mean? The only thing that I did was change the bridge. I do have the other tailpiece and the other bridge, but I want this because classic, man. The pickups should be gold, and for a lot of artisan style guitars, they should be 3. But that's good. I like this setup. I'll tell you that P94 kicks. It's got some bitey, punchy bite to it. So I dropped it pretty low. I don't know if you can see that there. And the bridge is actually fairly low too. I got them almost even with the rings, and that's doing me pretty good. And they've actually they're all set up at 12-inch radius, all the pole pieces, which was really impressive. I don't know if the place I got it from did that or if that's how it came factory, but either way, rock on. Great guitar. You're gonna be seeing more of it because I got some high gain stuff I'm gonna be doing, and I think this would be the perfect guitar to do that. So, like I said, you'll see her more. Little artisan beauty. It's not. Again, it's the Epiphone Lee Malia Les Paul Custom. It's not an artisan, but it's what it's going to be in my head because I'll never be able to afford one. And even if I could, I probably wouldn't spend that money on it. So this is what we get. This is what's rocking and rolling. This is what's new and cool and on the block. So yeah, hit me in the comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you've ever played this guitar. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you modded it, if you have one, anything like that. Or even if you have, he also has an RD, and he also has an Explorer, which I'd love to find, but I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna happen, man. They're really expensive for what they are. I mean, they're great guitars, and they're worth every cent that they're up in price. I believe that, but I believe I'm just way too cheap to do anything like that. Pretty much ever. But you don't have to break the bank, right? I mean, if you ever saw those Anderton's videos, I don't know if you watch any of those, but this is how to get a Les Paul Artisan without busting the bank. So that's the video. I know it's weird, but we're changing format. We're trying to get stuff looking like it's going on around here. And I appreciate you guys sticking with it. We're almost at 2,000. And I'm stoked about that. I think I'm about 27 subscribers off. So if you guys can share this out to anybody, suggest it. Thanks for hanging out with Gear and Guitars with Mel. As usual, I am Mel. I know it's not a Gibby, but it's the Epiphone that should have been a Gibby and was a Gibby. Gibby. I just feel like saying Gibby. Okay, I'm gonna cut that out.